Hello Shenanigamers, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Last time we took down the Swine King in the Warrens, and this time around, after doing some recruiting, I think we're going to try and start getting into the Courtyard and the Crimson Court. So, this is an apprentice quest, so we need lower level heroes here, and that is exactly what we're going to be using. Sorry about that, Shenanigamers, had to take care of something real quick, we're back now. So, we're going to be going into the Courtyard for this apprentice quest. We're going to need a team made from these lower level heroes that we have. Bone Lady, Saiset, Alice, Moyon, and Dejardin. We're going to take Dejardin in the front. And instead of Kaltraz, because I want to do something good, we can take Uppercut. Finish him could benefit from that. Come hither, bring him forward. Instead of finish him, let's go with Mark for Death. Mark for Death is just great for dropping protection, and Mark then also ups their speed a bit. Yeah, that will help. And then Moyon. I think we can take Moyon with us as well. Yeah, giving them Noxious Blast and Blinding Gas is good. Battlefield Medicine is very good for healing purposes. And then Incision, maybe? I think we wait on that. I think instead of Incision, we stick with Plague Grenade. That way they have full field light damage. And we have Alice. Target Whistle. Hound's Rush. With Wounds for self-heal. Nah. We could go with Hound's Harry for full field bleed, but Hound's Harry doesn't really hit for much damage, and well, Hound's Rush doesn't do much of a bleed either, but it does more damage against marked targets, so that'll couple well with Dejardin. So at least instead of Lick Wounds, Blackjack doesn't really do us much good in the back. Alright, let's go with Guard Dog. Let's go for a dodgy build with Alice. Whatever it is. And then, let's see, we can send them... We'll send them to the back here, then everything but Blackjack works. Put them in the second one. That will help. Yeah, that could be useful. And then Saiset. Saiset or Bone Lady? Let's see. If we do take Bone Lady, then we'd have to put them in the back. That would give them flashing daggers, poison darts, thrown daggers. Give them all the range damage. And then lunge if they need it. Or pick the face if they get moved closer. Or Shadow Blade. Could do that, I suppose. Or we could just move Moyon back one. And then just take Bone Lady as they are. We could take Saiset with give Saiset Fortifying Vapors, Invigorating Vapors, Flash Powder, and Festering Vapors. And we'll at least have something that can damage. We might be able to swap out Fortifying Vapors for Get Down. That would make sure that they can stay towards the back. Yeah. Let's do that. Pick Sysets and help out their skill set a little bit. Instead of fortifying vapors, we'll give them get down. Then invigorating vapors is the only thing they have that can't be used from all positions. We could use Protect Me, but we can only use that 3 times per battle. Nah, I think this works. I do like having an extra healer though, so we'll actually stick with Fortifying Vapors. It's not much of a heal, but the bleed and blight resist might come in handy. And even if we do get the blight or the bleed, then, well no, since we have battlefield medicine, that would just be a double up. Yeah. Go for get down, just in case they need it. And we'll swap them around with Moyon. Alright, now let's go ahead and work on trinkets here. Now, with Desjardins, or Desjardins, they have stun, they have move, so they have pull and knockback, they have mark, and they have melee and range, so they're good there. This is a short quest, so we don't really need them to have any camping skills. So let's give them some protection, since they're not going to be very dodge heavy. If we can, we should give them some protection. So, what do we have that can give them that? We can give them heavy boots. It'll help keep them at the front. Give them some protection there. And then, what else? That would lower their stun skill chance if we gave them the wounding helmet. But increase their move skill chance. Oh no, it would lower their move skill chance too. It would just up their damage on melee skills. Let's give them Bereston's Head. 45% protection is pretty good. And then Alice, I want you to have good dodge. So, then let's give you... let's go ahead and... what do we have for you that will increase your dodge effectively? We could give you the Tenacity Ring for extra death blow resist and dodge at the cost of some crit chance. We could give you more dodge at the cost of move resist with boots. Tenacity Ring could be useful. This one is a bit difficult. We could give you the Feather Crystal for extra speed and dodge, at the cost of stun and move resist. Focus Ring would be the opposite of what we want to give you. We'll give you the Ancestor's Candle. Oh, no. Don't know that that would really be the best for you. You know what? Fine. We'll give you the Feather Crystal for extra speed and dodge. And then we'll also give you... we could give you the Calming Crystal for your stress lower, but you know, that would really help us here. Now, we'll give you the Tenacity Ring. Over the crit chance, so not likely to crit, but there's a chance there still. And the extra dodge will help, and the death blow resist, just in case the dodge isn't enough. Right. Now, Moyon. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's go with the... we could go with Junior's head. Or the Ancestor's Scroll. I think Junior's head would be best. For the extra healing. And then, let's see... yes. Poisoned herb is good. Definitely. Is that what we want to give you? I think so, yes. We'll do the poison herb. Lower the health substantially, but still not bad. Okay. Carapace Idol for the Antiquarian for extra 25% protection. They normally don't get that, so that's good to have. Ensure that they stay protected at least somewhat. Let's see, what else? Candle Life, plus 50% healing skills, plus 15% max HP. Well, with a trinket like that, it's foolish not to have Fortifying Vapors. But we don't really need Invigorating Vapors then if we have that. So we could swap that out for Get Down. Which I think we will do. That way they always have higher dodge and they can stay towards the back. Well, since we have such a dodge-based character here with Alice, I think any buffs we can give them would be useful, so let's go with Invigorating Vapors. That way we can consistently do that if need be. And we have something to reduce, or to remove stealth and more accuracy, something for blights, something for heals, and something for dodges. We have something that can inflict blight anywhere, something that can inflict stuns in the back at least 3 times, or at least has a chance to. Unless we went with Disorienting Blast instead of Blinding Gas. Yeah, it might be useful to do that. The Shuffle we can probably deal with on our own, plus it clears corpses. We have something for bleeds that can hit any one spot, even if it's not by much. We have something for stun, something for dodge and guard and redirect. We have 2 marks, potentially drop protection, something for speed buff, 2 skills that capitalize on marked targets. We have something for beasts and something for humans. We have move and a knock. We have a pull and a knockback. And we have a couple things for stun. Yeah, this is a pretty decently arranged team, I think. Alright, let's go to provisioning. This quest is dangerous and longer than usual. Level 1 or 2 heroes are recommended. Still proceed. Well, the only level 0 hero that we have here is Durjardin. We will still embark. What is this? Pitch-soaked torch. A special torch, twice wrapped in cloth and soaked in sulfurous compounds. 2 dog treats, antivenom, skeleton tree. Oh, well. Take this mission seriously. We'll take 3 shovels. Full stock, or 4 of antivenom. I'll take 6 bandages. Actually, we'll take 6 antivenom and 6 bandages. We'll take 4 medicinal herbs. Make sure we have 2 keys, 4 holy water, 3 laudanum, stack and a half of torches. Alright. Well, it said longer than normal, so we'll take 2 stacks of torches here. We'll take all the food we can. Alright. Let's embark.
The courtyard and gardens surrounding the manor were once a point of pride for the diligent custodians I employed. Great banquets and lavish social affairs were hosted here under the stars. Despite the expectation of propriety normally ascribed to those in our position, we mocked the stoic melancholy of the moss-covered fountains and cherubic statues, our salacious trysts half hidden in the hedgerows, our morality slipping ever deeper into the mud.
The courtyard has been sealed for uncountable years. Courtyard.
Soaked and sinking, these stone terraces and sprawling gardens were the site of long-forgotten revelry and well-remembered regret.
Alright. Burn the hives. Activate 3 thronging hives. That's what these pitch-soaked torches are for, if I had to wager. Now we have Bloodlight, plus stress, low, no, minus bleed resist. Does that do anything for skills based on wounds? Let's see. Minus 10% damage if torch above 75. Okay, so yeah, it seems like the light is above 75%. Okay. Here we are. Just one hallway and one room. Interesting. So let's go that way. Curio. Hallway battle. So we probably should have gone. We probably could have gone through a bit more thoroughly what the quest would get us. Let's see, what is this? Pile of strained bones. A heap of peculiar bones and dusty sinew litters the floor. See if a torch does anything to it. Nope. Okay. Maybe medicinal herbs. Nope. Okay. Holy water. Nope. Empty venom. Maybe a bandage. Yep. These bones hold witches.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Okay, we'll take it. 4 crests. Right. And then moving on, we have a hallway battle here. We get the surprise. So we have a manservant and supplicant. Manservant is 10 HP, they're a bloodsucker. 16 dodge, 9 speed, 40% stun and blight resist, 15% bleed resist, 30% debuff resist, 10% move resist. And the supplicant has 12 HP, they are also a bloodsucker with 0 dodge, 1 speed, 20% protection, 150% stun resist, 50% blight resist, 15% bleed resist, 40% debuff resist, 25% move resist. Resistance. So then, we have Sisek to start off with here, so then let's go with, let's start with Invigorating Vapors to up everyone's dodge, just in case they do something crazy. And then we will go with, let's go with Target Whistle on the Supplicant. Mark and the debuff, so the protection is gone now. Now let's go with Noxious Blast on the Manservant. With the debuff and the blight there. And then we'll go for the... actually go for the uppercut on the Supplicant. Yeah, I didn't think we were going to get the stun there, but... Infallible Servitude. Guarded. Okay. Gather the blood. Good dodge, Moyon. That moves him forward.
Great is the weapon that cuts
Light
on
took
its
care of
own.
Manservant. And the Supplicant. We'll go for the Noxious Blast here. Blight and the debuff there. And let's go for the Blackjack. Some damage there. And the potential is done. They resist, of course, but that's fine. Then we'll go for Collect Bounty. 14, that takes care of them.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
We have a rare antique. Valuable find. Value of 1,250 gold each. Very nice. With that, get 2 busts. The blood. The call is unyielding, the urge is irresistible, only the blood will quell this thirst. This is probably where we're going to want this. So, seeing as the light does not seem to change, we're actually going to swap out a stack of torches for a vial of blood. And then we'll head into this room for this room battle. Plus they're giving this maddening wine on the garden. Just them out. Okay. So we have three supplicants and a sycophant. Sycophant has 12 HP. They're a bloodsucker. 10 dodge, 10 speed, 15% stun and bleed resistance, 80% light resistance, 40% debuff resistance, and 5% move resistance. Let's see here. Hang on a second. Sorry about that, Shenanigamers. Had to take care of something real quick. We're back now. So let's see here. And then let's see about stunning this sycophant. They already made their move, so if we stun them now, then we won't have to worry about them going next time. And that brings them closer to the front. Okay. And then let's go for the target whistle on this supplicant. Get the mark and the debuff, gather the blood. Moyon. Ow. And then we can go for invigorating vapors. Bring everyone's dodge up a bit.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
And then we'll go for collective bounty on this supplicant.
Eradicated.
And that works pretty well. Predigestion. Yeah, predigestion. Good dodge from both Saiset and Moyon on both of those. So there's the stun on the sycophant. Let's go for the plague grenade. No damage on the supplicant, but we do get the blight and a crit for 1 on the sycophant. Let's go for the let's go for the target whistle on this supplicant then. Get the mark and the debuff there. Like with some damage to supplicant there. Predigestion. At least the dodge. And let's go for festering vapors on this supplicant. You know, they already have a blight going. Get the blight on them there and lower the blight resist. Collect bounty. Didn't really help against that supplicant, so no, that's fine. We'll go for the come hither on this supplicant then. They resist the move, but remain marked. Predigestion on Elise. Good dodge. Let's go for target whistle on this supplicant then. That takes care of protection. Sycophant damage to the thirst on Elise. Good dodge. Let's actually go for collect bounty on the sycophant. And the blight will take care of him next. And we'll go for plague grenade. That hits both supplicants. And gets the blight on both of them. That supplicant is taken down by the blight. And let's go for festering vapors on the supplicant. Main damage. We get a blight going. We're down to 1. Predigestion on the garden. Good dodge.
The slow
Blight takes care of the sycophant.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
And actually can go for the guard dog here. That's on Moyon. Go for mark for death. With the Jardin. And we'll use that for medicine on Moyon to heal them up. And invigorating vapors. Bring up their dodge, and then the blight will take care of the sycophant.
Slowly.
There we go.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
A little bandage here we can pick up. We don't have any. Well, actually, yeah, we do have room for the foods. We'll take that. Take the holy water, the crests, a minor antique. Yeah, we're pretty good on stuff right now. I don't tend to use the dog treats too much. Maybe swap them out for it. You know what? Yes. We'll swap out the dog treats for the minor antique. Okay. We have Thronging Hive. The hive is twisted and unnatural. The work of cursed vermin. I can almost guarantee this is what we need to use. A boon at last. There we go. It's one down. We scout to the next room. Okay. Doesn't show us what's on the way there, but there it is. Blood flowers. The soil is soaked with half-clotted blood. Can the torch do anything to this? No. Okay. About holy water. Looking gives off a noxious odor. Stresses them out. Okay. That's the thing. No hallway battle. No room battle either. Next hallway is revealed. We have a curio here. Throbbing cocoons. Shifting and bulging organisms hide beneath translucent walls. Not entirely sure I want to know about that. Let's go with a torch. Since the torch doesn't seem to affect the blood light in it. Sweet relief as the eggs turn to ash. Aha. What do you know? Ah! That does actually provide some benefit. Okay, so torches give extra accuracy for one battle. Good to know. It's no use, this is all the light we are getting for now. Good to know, I suppose. Then we proceed this way, and we have two sycophants. Let's go with the Hound Rush on this one. We'll get the bleed, one there. The Thirst on Sison. Ow. Oh, and then they healed. And they eat something on Moyon. Healed. Okay. A higher stun skill chance for 5 rounds. They heal from that, and they fill up with blood like mosquitoes would. They do look like mosquitoes, so that makes sense. Sycophants, okay. I see that. Alright. Let's go for Battlefield Medicine on Syset here. We'll go with Fortifying Vapors on Moyon, just to heal them both up a little bit. And then let's actually go for the Uppercut on this Sycophant, see if we can't get a stun, and we do. We do a little damage there, the Thirst on Moyon. Ow. Then we heal up again from that. They get a debuff though. Minus 4 speed, minus 20 accuracy. Interesting. Let's go for Blackjack here on this Sycophant, see if we can get a stun there, and we do. Excellent. And let's go for Invigorating Vapors. With a Noxious Blast here. Get Blight and the debuff. And collect Bounty here for 15 with a crit. And let's go for Target Whistle here to set up the mark. There goes the stun. Go for the Fortifying Vapors. Battlefield Medicine. Just to get Moyon healed up even further. And then we'll go for Collect Bounty.
Destroyed.
That'll take care of that.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Take what we can from that and keep moving. Crumbling Pillar. Proof that a much grander structure once stood in these swamps. We can use a shovel to clear that, so we will. Alright. Then here we have the next room, which is empty. Alright. So, moving on to the next corridor then. It's interesting. Since we have torches with us, we'll keep using them for better accuracy in battles. Speaking of battles, we have two Carrion Eaters and Sycophant. You get surprised though, which is good. And we will use Disorienting Blast here on the Sycophant. And that will bring them up to the front, which is fantastic. Let's go for the Hound's Rush on this Carrion Eater.
Annihilated.
That takes them down. Go for Collect Bounty on the Sycophant, which misses. Let's actually go for the Invigorating Vapors then. Give everyone a little bit more dodge. There goes the Stun on the Sycophant, and then a Munch at Jarden. It's for 1, they resist the Blight though. And let's go for the Hound's Rush on the Sycophant then. Go for 7, just bleed, does its damage. The Thirst on Alice. Ow. Crimson Curse. Alright then. The Crimson Curse. One of your heroes has the Crimson Curse. The curse is not like other diseases. It can't be cured normally in the sanitarium. The only way to keep it at bay is with the blood. There may be other ways to cure it. Interesting. So, Alice has the Crimson Curse then. Madness in my veins. Alright then. Minus 5% stun, blight, and bleed resist. Minus 10% max HP, plus 1 speed. Interesting. Let's go for the Noxious Blast on the Sycophant. Resist the debuff and the blight. Let's go for the Collect Bounty on them then. That'll take them down.
Broken. Maintain the offensive.
Munch on Jarden. Ow. They do not resist the blight that time. Right. Let's go for the Flash Powder on the Carrion Eater. That'll lower their accuracy a bit. And then Battlefield Medicine on Jarden. Take care of Blight. And let's go for the Hound's Rush on the Carrion Eater.
As the fiend
That will
falls,
take them down.
a faint hope blossoms.
Gold, Busts, Minor Antique, and Portrait. We'll use this torch here. Let's see. So if they have the Crimson Curse, then what happens if we feed them the blood? They get buff. Plus 12 dodge, plus 4 speed for 4 rounds. Okay then. Well, instead of taking the gold, we're actually going to take the portrait here. Let's see what happens if we don't. It couldn't hurt to poke at the harmless remains. These bones hold riches. Oh, there you go. And we'll actually use this food to heal up Ali's and Saiset. Yes. I suppose. And there's hunger, that's fine. We have food for that. We'll head in here. And we have a curio. And here we have the room down, up, and to the right. And we have another throbbing cocoon. Go with a torch here. We'll get rid of the stress from Jarden. And let's head up this time. Take the longer path. Let me investigate. I sense the work of spirits. Cut your finger on a mandate. Ooh, curses. There's a bandage there. It's interesting. The text box changes. The text box changes. And the look of diseases changes as well with the Crimson Curse. Right, so we have another manservant and another supplicant. Get the target whistle on the supplicant. Infallible servitude. So they're going to be guarding now. And then they have protection up. Let's go for the festering vapors on the manservant. The crit for 1. With the debuff and the blight. We'll go for Noxious Blast on the manservant. No damage. We get the blight and the debuff though. Predigestion. Alice. Ow. Debuff. Minus 25% bleed resist for 3 rounds. And blight for 2 damage. Okay. Let's go with collect bounty on the manservant then. That does enough damage. The light takes care of them. Let it go. And go with the target whistle. And the supplicant. Keep them marked and keep the protection down. Go with festering vapors and the supplicant. Get the blight and the debuff there. And we'll actually go with battlefield medicine on Alice. Apply some damage, gather the blood. Alice, ow. And then let's go with collecting bounty on the supplicants. I'll take care of them. The healing armlet, minor antique, and 4 crests. We can't take more crests, but maybe everything else can. We'll take the antiques rather. Another thronging hive, alright. Using a pitch soaked torch. A boon at last. Alright, that takes care of them. And then here's the 3rd one here. It is not, but we do get a scout, which actually reveals these rooms. So we have a room battle there and an empty room there. Damned Fountain. A burbling fount spews crimson ichor from some damnable source. The flowing blood fountain is strangely hypnotic. What would holy water do? Purified liquid offers a surprising boon. Fortune smirks at least. Well, that removes some stress. That's good to know. Okay, so just move back through the corridor here. This is interesting. So then, let's head to this room since it's a short distance. It's empty, but we'll see if anything happens. Because there was nothing in that room, and a scout still happened for us. So let's see if we get maybe what's in the corridors here. Oh, no we don't. We get another room here. Well then, what is this one? Although we do see what's in the hallway there. We get curio. Ah, there's a hallway battle. Oh, you know what? We'll go for it. A spitter and 2 webers. Let's go for the Hound's Rush on the spitter. They dodge. And you go for the Noxious Blast on the weber here. The blight and debuff. And we'll go for festering vapors on them as well. There we go. Blight will take care of them. Web on Leon. Ow. Get the stun, debuff, and the mark. Go for collect bounty on this weather then. That'll take them down. Blight takes care of the other weather, and the spitter goes for the bite on Leon. Ow. They resist the blight though. And let's go for the blackjack on the spitter. Get the stun. Go for fortifying vapors on Leon. Build them up a little bit. There goes the stun. There goes the stun on the spitter. And then collect the bounty. We'll take the spitter down. Take what we can from this.
This expedition at least promises
An extra
success.
key, another minor antique, and then we'll head into this room. And now we'll head over here for this battle. Three carrion eaters and a manservant. Alright then. Let's go for the target whistle on the manservant. Get them marked. And we'll go for the disorienting blast on the manservant. Hopefully shuffle them up to the front. Oh, we got them closer. We didn't get the stun either. Munch on Moyon. Ow. but they resist the blight. Infallible servitude on that carrion here. Another munch on Moyon. Ow. They resist the blight again, no. And a munch on Durjardin. Ow. They do not resist the blight. Then let's go for the invigorating vapors. Give them a bit more dodge. But there's 1 damage there. And then let's go for Come Hither on the manservant. See if we can't pull them up to the front. They resist the move, but they are marked now. Well, they were marked before, but still. Let's go for Hound's Rush on the manservant then. That will take them down. And then we can go for the... We'll go for Invigorating Vapors again, actually. Munch on Moyon. Ow. They get the Blight that time. So let's go for Battlefield Medicine on Durjardin. That will get rid of both Blights. Munch on Moyon again. Good dodge. And then let's go for Collecting Bounty on this Carrion Eater. For 9. Another Munch on Moyon. They are really targeting Moyon with these munches here. And let's go for the Guard Dog on Alice. We could dodge up to 62. Insane. Let's actually go for Disorienting Blast on this Carrion Eater. That'll clear out the corpse. And we get the stun as well. The Munch on Durjardin. Ow. And they get the Blight. No, it's fine. Let's go for the Uppercut on this Carrion Eater. Get the stun there as well. So that's 2 of them stunned. Fantastic. Now we'll go for Fortifying Vapors on Moyon. Like to let him build up a bit. And then I go with 2 stuns on the Carrion Eaters. And then we'll go for... yeah, let's go with the Blackjack on this Carrion Eater. We'll take them down. Go for another Invigorating Vapors here. Let the dodge. Munch on Moyon. Ow. Resist the Blight though. We'll go for Battlefield Medicine on Moyon. They're gonna need it. The Blight on Durjardin. Go for the Uppercut on this Carrion Eater. They resist the move and the stun. And another Munch on Moyon. Ow. And then there's the Blight. Let's see here. Let's go for a Hound's Rush on this Carrion Eater. They resist the bleed. There's the Blight on Moyon. Battlefield Medicine on themselves. Heal up for 2, get rid of the Blight. Munch on Durjardin. Ow. Get the Blight again. And another Munch on Moyon. 2. Ow. They resist the Blight, thankfully. And we'll go for Come Hither on this Carrion Eater. That'll just take them out. And then we'll go for the Fortifying Vapors on Moyon. Moyon has taken a lot of damage. Maybe get them healed up. Let's go for Guard Dog on Moyon. There's only 1 enemy left, so we'll take this opportunity to try and heal them. With the Munch on Alice. They do not dodge. They resist the Blight though. Battlefield Medicine again. And Fortifying Vapors again. Gotta get them back up a little bit. And then let's go with Come Hither, or Collect Bounty rather, on one of the corpses. Put it out the way. If we tarry, surely more will come. Alright. And let's go for the Blackjack on this Carrion Eater. We get the stun. Let's go for another Fortifying Vapors on Moyon here. Okay, that's the last of the Blight on Durjardin, so we'll go for Collect Bounty here on the Carrion Eater.
A trifling victory,
Use a torch.
but a victory nonetheless.
Minor Antique. 2 busts. We have a Sapphire, 4 crests, 100 gold, and a Vial of Blood. We'll actually use a little bit of food here to heal up Moyon. They took some serious damage there. And we'll take that Vial of Blood just in case we need it. there's two rooms going on from this room. Okay, and what's down that way? Except just another battle. Well, neither of these seem to have... None of the curios that have currently been revealed seem to have the quest location. So, let's go down this way. We'll go back to the left, and then we'll go down again, going through these hallways we've already explored, and then we'll go to that room here on our left. Then this corridor. Blood flowers. What a strange specimen. Holy water stressed them out. What about laudanum? Does nothing. Torch does nothing. Small herbs does nothing. A key will surely do nothing. Antivenom, perhaps? Nope, that's nothing. Alright, you know what? Please, find treasure in the disgusting blood and soil.
A handsome reward for a task well
Well,
performed.
we can't exactly take any of that, currently. So, we won't. So what do we have here? Carrion Eater, 2 manservants, and a sycophant. The event starts with a thirst on Alice. Good dodge. Infallible servitude. 1 manservant to another. Alright. Well then. Go ahead and use the target whistle on that manservant then. And then infallible servitude on that one. So they're just swapping it off at this point. Alright, well, we'll go for the plague grenade then. They both dodge. And let's go for the... let's just go for invigorating vapors. Everyone's dodge high. And munch on Moyon. Resist the blight. And let's go for the collect bounty on this carrion eater. Try and get that taken care of as soon as we can. We'll go for the Hound's Rush. Carrion eater down. Maddening Wine on Moyon. Stresses him out. Enraging Sight. Good dodge, Moyon. Plague Grenade. And the Sycophant and the Manservant. With the Blight on both of them. Another Enraging Sight on Moyon. Again, a good dodge. Keep the Invigorating Vapors going then. And we'll go with collect bounty on this manservant, which they dodge. Alright, then we'll go for the Hound's Rush on the Sycophant, and then the Bleed and the Blight together. Take them down, follow the Servitude. Go for Battlefield Medicine on Moyon. The crit heal for 6, very nice. And we'll go for another Invigorating Vapors, because everyone's dodge as high as we can possibly get it. The Thirst on the Jargon, so those things have the Thirst as well. And they changed after it worked. So they have Manservant rank 3. Oh, rank 3, that's just describing where they're at. Okay. Interesting. Let's go for the uppercut. See if we can get the stun. We get the stun, so that protection is now gone. Now let's go for the blackjack here. We get the stun there as well. The blight will take care of that manservant. And let's go for the... let's actually go for Battlefield Medicine on their Jargon, just taking some damage. Go for the Fortifying Vapors there as well.
A momentary abatement.
Blight takes care of that manservant. And then there goes the stun on that one. Look for collect the bounty there. And that will take them down.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Use the 2 fluid we got here to heal up Alice. Just do a minor antique. That's all we have there. This is a dead end. Well then, guess we're heading back. This is an interesting area, only revealing itself as you progress through it. Craving. Craving the blood. One of your infected heroes has a thirst which can only be satisfied with the blood. Feed them soon or they may begin to weaken. Crimson Curse Craving. Minus 10% stun, bleed, and blight resistance. Minus 10% max HP. Minus 10% virtue chance, plus 2 speed. Let me give them Bloodlust. Drinking the blood has a terrifying effect on the hero. They crave violence. Crimson Curse Bloodlust. Crimson Curse Bloodlust. Plus 25% damage. Plus 4 speed. Plus 25% stun resist. Plus 15% blight resist. Plus 10%. Or minus 10% bleed resist. Alright then. I guess we'll see what becomes of that then. So we'll just move through corridors here. We can move back to the right, back up, and then back to the right again, and now we'll head forward, go right here. Another pump of blood flowers. Didn't quite catch all that. Stress them out. And then into this room. Use the torch to go in, up the accuracy. What is this? Hooded Shrew, a mysterious figure, not fully human, not fully insect, kneels here on the ground. This being seems harmless enough. The water does nothing. Some herbs does nothing. Anti-venom does nothing. Bandages do nothing. Laudanum does nothing. A key's not gonna do a damn thing. I can see that already. Let's have, at least since you have the curse, seeing no reaction, you kill for this creature something or other. 2 deeds and some gold. Well, we'll take it. And then no scout from that, so move on into this room. There must be a room beyond this, which has the final thronging hive.
A hideous mutation. Unnatural and abhorrent.
Well, alrighty then. We have Crocodilian. He's 109 HP. The Bloodsucker. 10% protection, 10 dodge, 7 speed, 50% stun and bleed resistance, 80% blight resistance, 75% debuff resistance, 35% move resistance. Alright, well then, let's go with Target Whistle right here. And we have 3 cattails. Oh no, we have a cattail and 2 walrus. Right, well, whatever that was, debuffed Moyon, Syset, and the Jarden, but Alice dodged it. Okay, let's see. What's that? Swarming Corruption. Stress them out as well. You get the mark and the debuff on him at least. Alright. With the lower accuracy, that's kind of rough. And let's see then. Let's see. We have Cattail here. It's a vegetation. 100 hit points. 80% protection, 200 dodge, no speed, 0 speed, stun, 215% stun resistance, and 200% blight, bleed, debuff, and move resistance. And then Bull Rush or Butt Rush, whatever it is, Bull Rush, I think it is exactly the same. It has exactly the same stats as a Cattail. 100 HP, vegetation, 80% protection, 200 dodge, 0 speed, 200% blight, bleed, debuff, and move resistance, and 215% stun resistance. Okay. Well, those are probably just there to allow for movement with Crocodilian. So, what do we do for this? Try to stun. Let's try and stun. You get the stun. And we move them up. That helps. That's a lot. Let's go for Invigorating Vapors then.
Inspiration and improvement.
They're already marked, so let's go for the Collect Bounty. The 13, not bad. Awash in Crimson, I am reborn. Okay then. Let's go for Hound's Rush. Why not? So 14, they resist the bleed. Teeth Rake on Alice. Good dodge. And then we'll go for... let's go for the Invigorating Vapors again. Just keep dodge high for everybody. Teeth Rake on Moyon. 6. Ow. Stresses them out. They resist the move. And resist the bleed. So that has a lot to it. Go for Noxious Blast. The Crocodilian then. No damage. They resist the debuff, but we do get the Blight. Let's... let's go for the Mark for Death on the Crocodilian then. With the Mark, they resist the debuff though, so we still have the protection. Alright. It's fine then. So then let's actually go for Guard Dog on Moyon. Moyon's been getting targeted a lot. Submerge. That seems bad. They heal for 12 off of that. That's insane. Go for Invigorating Vapors. Try to keep everyone's dodge high. Apex Predator on Moyle. That redirected to Alice, and they dodged it. Fantastic dodge there. Let's go for the Noxious Blast. Crocodilian. 1 damage there. And you get the Blight again, and you get the debuff that time. Lowers their accuracy. Now, let's go for Collective Bounty on the Crocodilian there with a crit for 26. Very nice. And let's actually go for Target Whistle here. Keep the mark on them. And you drop Protection. Go for Noxious Blast. So resist the debuff. But we do get the Blight again. We could get Festering Vapors going as well, but I think we're going to keep the Invigorating Vapors going as well. Teeth Rake on Moyon. Ow. That brings him to the front. And we get a bleed. Alright. Let's go for the Collect Bounty then. The crit for 33. And the Blight will actually take care of them. There they go. Very nice.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
We have a rare antique. That's fitting for that battle. 2 beads, 500 coin, and Lioness Warpaint for the Hellion. Crimson Court trinket. Plus 20% damage if HP is below 75%, 50%, and 25%. Plus 10% stress. So, the lower their hit points get, the more damage they deal. Outcast, Alone, Shame. Outcast, Alone, Shame. Plus 7 accuracy, plus 7 dodge. Okay, well, I feel like we have to take that one, so let's you know what, let's drop the holy water in place of that. So there's one room here. Let's just get the party order back to default, and let's hope we're past the worst of it here. Alright, still bleeding. You'll notice that's the first proc, but a little slow on that. Yeah. Hunger, that's fine. Another crumbling pillar, we have the shovel for that. Let's just keep moving. Oh, a trap.
Curious is the trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Bleed going on the side set. Alright, there we go. Let's head into the room here. And there's the last thronging hive. And then last torch. That's it care of that.
The maddening whine of multitudinous wings abates. Let us hope that is the end of things.
Alright. Let's return to the hamlet then.
In those younger years, my home was a hive of unbridled hedonism. A roiling apiary where instinct and impulse were indulged with wild abandon. A bewitching predator slipped in amidst the swarm of tittering sycophants. Though outwardly urbane, I could sense in her a mocking thirst. Driven half-mad by cloying vulgarity, I plotted to rid myself of this lurking threat in a grand display of sadistic sport. But as the moment of murder drew nigh, the gibbous moon revealed her inhuman desires in all their stultifying hideousness.
Interesting. So he was going to murder her. And then she revealed herself as a monster. Well, we got quite a bit from this quest. Just about 10 gold. Yeah, we're 10 gold shy of having 12,000 gold in reward from this. 24 crests. Baron's Invitation. An invitation to an evening of games and entertainment. Signed, the Baron. Also have childhood treasure for the Arbalest. Crimson Court. Plus 30% healing skills, plus 20% healing skills while camping, minus 15% stress, and remember my father's kindly eyes, plus 25% protection. Also got 6 busts, a portrait, and 4 beads. Courtyard went up to level 1. We're now on apprentice level. And I just got natural swing, plus 5 accuracy. Let's return to town and get back to the hamlet, see what's changed.
These swarming fiends carry a pernicious plague. A sickness so virulent, so insidious. It is more a curse than a mere disease.
Insidious infestation. The hamlet has been restored to a livable level of degeneracy once more. The dispersal of this pestilence to the surrounding environs, however, seems inevitable. All regions will experience a growing infestation. Well, I suppose that means that the enemies we encountered in Courtyard will now spread to the other areas. Well then. Unfortunately, at least, seems that we can do nothing to rid you of the Crimson Curse. The blood makes me whole. Okay. Well then. First things first, let's go ahead and unequip all trinkets and sort by rarity. Interesting that we now have these two. And we actually do have some relics that almost explicitly work based off of the Crimson Curse. Like the Sanguine Snuff. That could be very useful for Alice in future. Higher crit chance and higher dodge if they're in Bloodlust. Let's see, what else do we have? Deals with it, if anything. Do we even have anything else that deals with the Crimson Curse in our trinkets currently? We do not. Well then, that's interesting. Well, either way, go ahead and set send Moyon and Dojardin to the R, and we'll send Sazet to the Cloister. to relieve some stress. Seem like they're going to need it. We have some interesting choices here. We have Vane, the Antiquarian, the Veteran Antiquarian, in fact. Interesting. But we're pretty good on heroes currently. So, now, Tavern. Warning, current contagion level in this facility, none. That's new. It's very new indeed. We have enough portraits now that we could upgrade the tavern by one. We could upgrade either the gambling hall or the brothel. And let's go for the brothel down the cost a bit. Actually, first let's check what else needs portraits. The sanitarium needs busts. Yes, so the abbey also needs busts. Yes. The nomad wagon needs crests. And the survivalist needs crests. Everything else has already been fully upgraded, so portraits will only do us some good for the tavern. What about districts here? We have 2 blueprints now. We could make a performance hall for the jester, but that's all that would benefit is the jester. I'd rather have something a bit more beneficial. The granary seems like a good investment. Let's see, what will we need portraits for? The bank. Interest gained on saved gold. 5% per week. That could be pretty good to have. That only takes how many portraits? 50? Yeah, that's a pretty good investment. We'll actually save our portraits for that. So, with that in mind, I think that is going to do it for this episode of Darkest Dungeon. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, or the other kinds of content we put out on this channel. We're going to keep that content coming, so don't you worry about that. Leave a comment on the video, it helps us out a lot, it really, really does. Also, remember to leave a comment if you want to have one of the heroes on this roster named after you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!